Bellator Fighting Championships on MTV2 from the Shreveport Municipal Auditorium tonight presents the quarterfinal round of the lightweight tournament, brought to you by the Lincoln Lawyer, starring Matthew McConaughey, in theaters everywhere March 18th. And now inside the cage, set for 3 5-minute rounds, introducing first out of the red corner at 5'9", weighing in at 156 pounds even, with a professional record of 10 wins against a single defeat, hailing from Czech, Poland, introducing Marcin Held. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the blue corner at 5'8", weighing in at 155 1/4 pounds, undefeated as a professional at 5-0, hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada, Michael Chandler. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge of the action, Gary Copeland.
The rules in the quarterfinal round of Bellator Fighting Championships. All fights consist of 3 5-minute rounds. Elbows to the head are not allowed, neither standing nor on the ground, and there is no kicking or kneeing the head of a grounded opponent.
You ready, Blue? Let's fight.
Round number 1. Marcin Held in the white trunks, Michael Chandler in the blue trunks. Gary Copeland is the referee. Our Bellator clock is presented by PSP. Step your game up. PSP now just 129.
Chandler coming in very aggressively. Not surprisingly, going for the takedown.
This our
Held now rolling for a leg lock.
This our opening lightweight tournament quarterfinal. Two young fighters. Held, as we mentioned, is 19 years old. Chandler, 5 years older at 24.
Held's trying to straighten out that leg, going hard for the knee bar. He might have it.
Going for the knee bar. Chandler said the only way he can conceivably lose is by a leg lock.
That is a straight lock. He is putting everything behind it, but Chandler just is not tapping out.
Huge crank on that straight.
Now going for the toe hold, trying to transition.
Knee bar to the toe hold. Huge crank there. Chandler trying to punch his way out.
Hard to get the leg out once it's in that position. You have to put a lot of weight on it. And that's what he's trying to do, put weight on that leg, trying to put that foot on the ground. Held just going very hard for this knee bar.
Held still holding with the ankle.
Man, furious start to this fight. Problem is, if Chandler gets out, he's on top.
Chandler said, Jimmy, that's what he was working on specifically for this fight, leg lock defense. Well, he defended that leg lock.
He did. Now looking to ground and pound.
Dive in right hand, and Marcin Held closes guard, now opens guard, trying to walk it up.
Now Held's gonna have to be very active from the bottom here. Chandler has great ground and pound. Held has to go for a lot of submissions, I think, to keep Chandler, off balance.
Warning to Michael Chandler from referee Gary Copeland about elbows on the ground.
Good right hands by Chandler, though.
Chandler with a big right hand, diving right back in on his man. Jimmy, this is the position, as you know, that top-level wrestlers are so good at.
Now he's in good triangle position here, but he needs to switch his hips over to the other side.
Nice left hand, sneaky by Chandler.
So one thing about those top-level wrestlers, they have great submission defense. They are very hard to tap. Even if they don't know a lot of jiu-jitsu, they're very difficult to catch. Great awareness.
Look how active Marcin Held is on the bottom. Continuing to walk up his guard, using those legs.
Personally, I think that's a good strategy. Go for a lot of submissions. Keep him worried about his defense, not his offense. You see right here, Chandler pulling out, getting out of these submissions, but not able to throw a lot of effective strikes.
Chandler trying to step through that open guard of Held, can't do so. Held continues to hold open guard.
Yeah, really active with those legs, keeping his hips very high.
Going for the arm bar now, Jimmy.
Good position here, but Chandler's so strong. He knows where to put pressure. Good right hand.
Best punch of the fight, that clipping right hand from the top position by Chandler. Held closes guard. How tight was that knee bar that Held had on Chandler?
That is amazing.
We'll see how Chandler walks if and when he stands back up. He's trying to finish on the ground.
That's one of those things, you get out and it hurts, and maybe you hear a couple pops and you get up and you realize, man, that leg is in bad shape. He looked all right when he stood up, but we'll have to see how it goes when the fight progresses.
Chandler just popping up, throwing that right hand.
I see a lot of blood on Marcin Held. Looks like Chandler might be bleeding somewhere, maybe out of the nose.
Held now holding half guard.
Holding his arm. Look, he might be looking for an arm triangle, but needs to step out of that half guard position to get it. That's a great position for a wrestler, and he has it. Held, grabbing his leg and straightening it to get space. But now he's done.
There's the stoppage and the win for Michael Chandler. I didn't see a tap and maybe a technical submission, but Chandler is through to the semifinals.
Held is still on the ground. I think he passed out. That's a great job by the referee. Held, you see, was grabbing his leg, straightening. That's how you get space in that position, but Michael Chandler just too strong. Very tough fight.
Held a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but the strength and the power of Michael Chandler finishing that arm triangle.
And an arm triangle is one of those submissions that is great for wrestlers once you get that arm across, because it's all about positioning and power, and Michael Chandler has both of those. Great fight by both guys. You see here the submission attempt early on in the fight. Knee bar to toe hold transition. You see here, kicking out, straightening that leg, really putting his hips into that knee bar. Supposed to pull the toes right into the neck, and that's exactly what he did. His arm all the way up on the heel. That is beautiful positioning. And here's the end of the fight. Michael Chandler has the arm triangle position, then gets out of half guard. Held here, trying to get space between his left arm and his neck, but cannot get it. You see right here, he passes out. Great stoppage by the referee.
Held was out cold, and that is a technical submission win for Michael Chandler. Now 6-0 in his MMA career and through to the semifinals.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a result of the arm triangle choke, the fighter did not tap, therefore the winner officially by technical submission at 3:56 of round number 1. Now in the semifinal round of the lightweight tournament, Michael Chandler.
He was an NCAA Division I Wrestling All-American for the Missouri Tigers. Now he is a semifinalist in Bellator's Season 4 lightweight tournament. Here's Jimmy Smith.
I'm here with your winner, Michael Chandler. Michael, you told us in the interview you knew this would be a tough fight. That's exactly what you got.
Polish prodigy, phenom, freak of nature, call him what you want. He's the real deal. I feel blessed to be able to fight him, and he's going to be a champ someday.
Now, that leg lock, it was straight. That knee bar was done. How are you feeling? How did you get out of that? Is your leg okay?
Hey, it's great. I don't get hurt. I'm going to win this thing, and I don't care if it's broken, separated, I'm good. I'm going to win this tournament.
Now, talk us through the end of that fight. You had that arm triangle locked up. It seemed quick. Did you realize he was out?
Yeah, I felt him go limp. I mean, he wasn't going to give up unless his body was shut down. So, I mean, that was the only way I was going to finish this fight. So.
Now, a lot of people are considering you the young, hungry dark horse of this division. What's your message for the rest of the 155-pounders?
I am that young, hungry dark horse. I'm here to stay. I promise you I'm going to win this tournament. Nobody trains harder than me, and nobody wants this tournament title more than I do.
Your winner, Michael Chandler. Congratulations.